you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach KoKo and I love volleyball. So much so my channel's full of tips, tricks, hacks, and anything you could ever know about volleyball. So today I want to talk a little bit more about mental health in volleyball. I am a huge mental health advocate. I have been for such a long time. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you'll see some of my mental health posts and me talking about some of the things that we can do to celebrate mental health diversity. But let's talk about why it's important to follow and learn more about mental health as an athlete. Let's get right into it. So mental health is something that is extremely important, especially if you are playing sports. A lot of you all who are following me are in the middle school age, high school age, maybe the college age. And with that, we have a lot of changes that happens when you're in middle school, high school, and college. Your brains are still developing and they're changing every single day. And with brain changes, sometimes we have hormonal changes, sometimes we have life changes. We go through different experiences, but it's important for us to learn more about those experiences and why they matter. So mental health to me and defined is following and learning more about how you interact with your environment, how you feel in your life, your feelings, connecting with your feelings, making sure that you're practicing self-care. But I also want to give you the official definition as well. Make sure that we're 100% accurate. Mental health is officially defined as a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. So I know that a lot of us, we have been talking about mental health for a while, and in the most recent years, we've really taken a turn on talking about mental health in athletics. There have been so many innovators out there now who talk about why it's important to stay mentally healthy, why it's important to stay emotionally healthy, because as we know, physically healthy, we can see physically where we are. We can see how we feel. You can feel how you feel. But when it comes to mental health, we not always can see what's going on in somebody's mind. So today I'm going to give you 3 tips to make sure that as an athlete, you stay mentally healthy. Tip number 1, take a break when you need one. I know that when I was playing volleyball for the first time, it was extremely stressful for me and I felt those feelings of stress. My heart beating fast, my getting a headache, feeling overwhelmed, the sweat, cold hands, clammy hands, and feeling those symptoms of stress. And when I felt those symptoms of stress, we have to remember that there's 2 types of stress, acute stress and chronic stress. So for me, I was extremely stressed during that time because I felt like there was a lot of pressure on me. One thing that I could have done instead was making sure to take a break. Taking a break can look like doing something that you enjoy. If you enjoy cooking. If you like to go on a walk. If you want to go out and do something, play with your dog, play a video game, do something that you really truly enjoy to take your mind off of things sometimes, because it is important to take a break. I understand that sometimes we want to be go, go, go all the time, but you have to take a break to make sure there's a balance. There's a balance with everything. Tip number 2, make sure you use positive self-talk. Now, we talk about positivity all the time, but positive self-talk looks a little different. That means the things that you truly say to yourself are things that really can translate into your environment. So if you are saying things to yourself like you're not good enough, you suck, you're a loser, things that are really harsh and negative, those things can start to seep inside of you and then come out in your environment. We want to think about how you're talking to yourself. So if you wouldn't say those things to somebody else in real life, why would you say them to yourself? You are your best friend. That means that you have to share things with you that you truly believe. So for me, and this is easier said than done, sometimes individuals, it's hard to want to say nice things to yourself because if you know, a lot of us are really hard on ourselves, and I've been hard on myself too. But it's one of the things where you have to start small and then it will snowball into something better. It can start with just something as simple as, you did good today. You look nice. Start small. I'm not saying that you have to go on a tangent and go, you're the most beautiful looking thing in the world. But if you want to, go ahead. But start small, because when you're kind to yourself, that kindness will eventually change into something greater. And we want to exhibit kindness with ourselves. Why not be kind to yourself? You're you. You're great. You're who you are. So that's something that I want you to work on, and I work on every day, is be kind to yourself. Use positive self-talk. Those things do change in life and they do take you far. So think about that when you are talking to yourself. Tip number 3, set goals with yourself. Remember those SMART goals we were talking about and how to make those goals specific and measurable and attainable and realistic? Setting goals will let you know the exact direction that you're trying to go. If you don't know what direction that you're going, how can you really know where to go? Think about when you're driving a car, right? Do you ever get in the car with your parents, or do you ever drive a car yourself and you're just like, I'm just gonna go. Don't know where I'm going, no GPS, nothing, just YOLO, let's just go. Rarely, maybe. I mean, it might be cool, but rarely. So when you think about it that way, when you're setting goals, that's like a map. Your goals are your map. So if you need to set goals to practice making sure that you schedule in time for your mental health, then do that. That means that setting time to take a break, setting time to take deep breaths, setting time to practice self-care. And I've done self-care a lot. And if you would like more self-care videos, I would love to talk about it, because I could talk about it for hours and hours. I don't know what sound that was, but I can. So I want you to think about that. Set goals for you, because what you want to be able to do is attainable, but you have to figure out the way to do it. So I'm gonna give you a sample goal here. So instead of me saying, I want to get healthy, I'm gonna say, I want to get healthy by eating a more wholesome diet and exercising 3 times a week for the next 6 months. Do you see how each step of the goal is really directive to exactly where I'm going? That is the difference between a goal and a SMART goal. So we want to think about short-term goals and long-term goals. So with all of these tips and us really starting to dive deep into mental health, I want you to think about, what does mental health mean to you? That's one thing I want to see in the comments. I want you to tell me, what does mental health mean to you? To me, it means making sure that I am emotionally, mentally, and all together just healthy in my mind and everything else. So I want you to think about it for just a second. What does mental health mean to you? In the comments below, I would love if you comment, what does it mean to you? And I will, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.